Hey guys, so I'm getting a message here that I am sensing a lot of you are having a difficult time having to love yourselves, right? Some of you might have some of you might have been going through some sort of depression. I'm also seeing, I don't know why, but I'm seeing tears as well too. So some of you guys could have been crying as well too, or been feeling very emotionally depleted. I'm getting some of your guys' heart chakra might be closed off. This is very similar to the readings that I did in my TikTok videos. So if you guys are wanting a shortened version of it, I do have it in my TikTok. So if you guys want to, you guys are welcome to check those out. It would be in the link tree, which is like the link that I have in the description. Um, Only if you guys feel like you guys are drawn to. But pretty much what I'm getting here is like very much like the similar messages that added onto my videos. But I'm seeing a lot of you guys like not even wanting to like take care of yourself. Like some of you guys usually would be the type to like want to work on self-care, want to work on your looks. You try to like do a lot of self-improvements, whether that's like working out, like doing your hair, maybe doing your makeup, like um maybe going shopping and things like that, or incorporating healthier foods, grooming and things like that, right? But it's like I'm getting you guys like completely like stopping that, or if you do, it's like you don't really do it as often. And I feel like because um I'm getting this sort of sense of betrayal. I'm not gonna lie, which is really strange because I've been getting a lot of these messages a lot lately. So some of you guys could have been betrayed by the people that were like very closest to you, because I was getting the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups talks a lot about like family, right? And like also like people like that are very close to people that you really nurture or take care of. I'm getting whoever these people are, like you really took care of these type of people. Like you guys were like the mother or like the fathers of the group. Like whatever type of situation people were going through and whatnot, you were always there to support them. You were always there to guide them. You were always there to help them. Is pretty much what I'm getting here. But it's like I feel like in the end, all of your efforts that you have done hasn't even been reciprocated, if that makes any sense. It's like whoever these people were, they like took a lot of stuff from you, but they never gave anything in return. You might have noticed that like you were the ones that were all the time giving advice. You were all the time helping people, but it's like whenever you asked for help or whenever you needed some advice or whenever you needed someone to be like a shoulder to cry on and things like that, it's like every time people like would make an excuse to not talk to you, or like they would basically treat you like dirt, and it would like emotionally hurt you. And it's like I feel like that you try to be this type of person where like you try not to take it so personally, but it's like because you try to see the good in every single individual, if that makes any sense, right? And sometimes you get like really concerned because it's like, well, I was doing all of this for this person, things like that. It's like you're so nice, you're so kind, you're so generous, you're like such a like giving, open-hearted person. I would even go as far as to say like you're even like an empath, where you're like a highly spiritual being, but like in a meat suit, if that makes any sense, right? It's like you are such a divine person, but you came here to like have a human experience, right? And you're there to help other people and you're there to teach people. And that's what I'm getting here. And it's like these people, they treated you like dirt. They completely depleted all of your energy. And like I'm getting that you were dealing with people that were like energy vampires. Like they keep on like sucking and leeching off of your energy, but they never gave in return. And by the time you ended up finding out about this, it's like you didn't have anything else to give. You know what I'm saying? It's like people were taking so much of your energy to the point where like you didn't have anything more to give, if that makes any sense. And that's not to say that like you're insignificant or anything like that, but it's like literally like some of you guys might have been in like some of you guys might have been like emotionally like abundant, like you guys had a lot of stuff going on, like you were so happy, you were so fulfilled, you were just doing your own thing. Some of you guys like might have went to go get your hair done, your makeup done, or when you guys went shopping and things like that. And it's like now people who were taking so much from you that you weren't even like looking at your appearance, you weren't taking care of it or anything like that, and things like that is kind of what I'm getting here. It's like you were basically left with like nothing, and it's kind of weird because I'm like getting Cinderella, and I know that sounds like super cliche, but like hear me out because this story is like very important. And if you guys haven't like watched it or anything like that, I highly recommend it because I would hate spoiling it. But basically, Cinderella is like this princess, right? And like I said, I know it sounds very cheesy, sounds very cringe, right? But like the story of Cinderella is like the thing is though what's I'm getting what's a little bit different about this is the fact that like she was pretty much poor from the beginning, right? But like her energy was very abundant. A lot of people that she was surrounded by were people like even though these were like her stepsisters, like I'm getting family could be some sort of significance, all right? But I don't get it to just be family. I feel like it's also other people that could be involved as well too. Some of your guys' story is going to be different, all right? So just only take whatever resonates, all right? But I'm getting whoever these type of people were, they were so jealous, they were so envious because they knew the type of power that Cinderella held. Like even though she wasn't wearing any makeup, she wasn't dressing to impress or anything like that, it wasn't it was her energy. She had such like people noticed from a mile away that she had such a kind and giving nature, and which also like added to her attractiveness and also added to her appeal, if that makes any sense, because of her kind giving spirit. You know what I'm saying? And like because of that, people were like very envious. They were very jealous, and like you pretty much triggered these people. Like you triggered these people's like demons and inner insecurities and things like that because it's like they always wanted to accompany this energy, but it's like they can never have it. Like they can keep, and the thing is like it's really interesting because whoever these people are, they assume that the more that they take from your energy, then the more they're gonna start embodying that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how whenever there's like this trend that's going on, like you know how like there will be some people like, especially I notice like guys doing this as well too. Like I noticed like a lot of guys like before like at least from my time we like you we had like I saw like I was say like we hearted or something like that where it's like guys they were like dressing in such like feminine like colors and things like that. Like you'll see guys in like regular like it would be considered like men's clothing, but like it was more feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like you see guys in like pink hoodies that was really like swag, right? But it's like they had like low down jeans and things like that, like low baggy jeans, and like it looked really hip on that time, right? But it's like then because like this person was having this sort of aesthetic that like really appealed to them, it's like all of a sudden everyone else started accompanying. Like I won't exactly say who this person is, but like I watched this guy and like he talked about in his like Instagram how he was like like people were like really mad at this guy because they're like, why did you change your appearance? Like you were like the it guy on that time and things like that. Like you look so hip, you look so swag. Like why would you change your appearance? Like you look so good. And he mentioned in his like Instagrams like that he was like, I stopped dressing the way I did and I downsized myself because I hated the fact that every single time I was looking down the street, people were like copying and imitating me everywhere I went. And I'm getting that that is kind of like the message that I'm getting over here. Like people, like no matter how hard they try to like take that energy and try to like imitate it, they can never be it. So like and the thing is, like, what's really crazy is that the more that these people they try to like accompany his style, it's like the more he just kept on advancing and advancing, and he was finding other ways to like make himself look cool. And that's not to say that he wasn't like like he's not cool now or anything. Like he looks really good, right? But it's like he was like a style icon on that time, and like all the guys like looked up to him, and they like were copying off of his style. But it's like because he went and incorporate because he was using his own creativity to incorporate things in his own style, it's like nobody can mimic that because that is his own creativity, that is his own self. He created his own style, he created his own self, and that is something that nobody else could imitate. You know what I'm saying? And these people, they have this sort of mindset where they assume like that the more that they try to like take your energy and things like that, the more they're gonna start embodying it. But the thing that they don't realize is the fact that they can't do that because they're not you. So as much as they want to believe, and they can keep trying to believe that they're also like this spiritual being, like high level spiritual being that is like also there to like help other people, but it's like other people, they will notice the type of people they are, because whenever you have a false masks, they never last. There's always going to be a little bit of that crack, and like the real self is going to come out, because that's not how we are meant to be. We are meant to be here to be more authentic. We're supposed to find ourselves, and we're just not meant to be somebody that we're not, if that makes any sense, right? Because that just goes against our natural purpose. So people can try to imitate you or try to take your energy as much as they want, but they will never be you, and that's what they don't realize, right? So that's basically on them for being dumb, pretty much. Is kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting you feeling like very discontent though, like very down and about, like really depressed. You might have had like sleepless nights. I'm also getting like tears, like you might have been really upset. There might have been some things where like people have treated you, or things that people said, and you might have felt like left out. You might have been like treated like dirt by the people around you and things like that, is kind of what I'm getting here. And I'm getting that because of that, like you have a hard time like loving yourself and regaining that love and authenticity that you had before, because of the way that these people have treated you. But I'm getting here, what's the good news about here is that this is only temporary, and the reason that being is because you're probably wondering like, why am I going through this situation? You know what I'm saying? Like that you feel like that this entire thing was just so uncalled for and so unnecessary. And you're right, but there was also a very divine purpose as to the reason why things happen the way they happen. So you may feel like that you are not like that you might feel like this was all your fault, that maybe you should have done something, but really it wasn't your fault. It was all meant to happen. And the reason that being is because if you stayed longer in whatever this energy was that was going against you, your life would have been upside down. So if you were like going after your career, right? If you were going after your job, if you were going after a specific person, whatever, it's like I'm not getting it to be like a specific goal, because I'm getting it to be like more of like a general sense, like in 1200 on the time, right? I'm getting that whatever this thing was, it's like it was a lot of things that were involved in your life that you wanted to accomplish, right? And it like all sort of correlated to one another. And I'm getting that like there was like so many things that you wanted to accomplish. You had so much ambitions, you had so much goals that you wanted to accomplish, and all of these things would have been held back because of these people, because they were spiritually attacking you, and they were consistently sending you negativity and evil eye, even if you didn't like, whether you realize it or not. Like you might have even noticed like people that were very close to you, that you would have considered to be family or friends, like betrayed you heavily, and you didn't even realize that they were sending you negative energy or evil eye the entire time, because you like to see the best in everybody. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with you, because technically you are an inspiration. You are meant to present yourself in this kind of way, to like so other people can incorporate that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? You are supposed to be represented as an example for these people of how they are supposed to act and how they're supposed to present themselves, and they didn't show up that way. And henceforth, their true colors came into light for that. So, that there was basically, so if you ever felt like really down and about and feeling like 10 o'clock on the time, if you ever felt like down and about 3:31, like, well, 13:31, another confirmation. If you ever felt like that you were down and about, don't like beat yourself down for it, because if you feel like that it was your fault, it was never your fault. It was never your fault to begin with. You were just being your true authentic self, and you were just doing what you were meant to do this entire time. This was all divinely orchestrated, and this was meant to happen, so that in a way, yes, it was pretty deep. It was hurtful for what happened. 1400 on the time set. It was pretty hurtful for what happened, but it was because that you were there to like help guide and teach these people and set an example of the type of people they should be. You were there to like be like their shadow self. You were there to like you were basically like there to like I don't. There's like a word for it, but like I don't have it in my head for some reason. It's like you guys were there to like. you were basically there to like teach them a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like you were there to like teach them that what like a decent human being's supposed to be, how they're supposed to treat, how they're supposed to act, and they failed that test. And because of that, whether you realize it or not, whatever sort of issues that you're going through right now, whatever sort of thing that you feel like that is karma, they are going to be dealing with that even more. So whatever, because they didn't pass the test, which was you, as bad as it may seem, 1500 on the time, um, because of that, they are going to be stuck in their own lives for a very long time until they learn their next lesson. So while you are going to be over here abundant and achieving all of your goals and things like that, they're going to be stuck in they're going to be stooped down into the same level that they've been, and they're not going to be accomplishing anything that's going to be that they were supposed to accomplish in their life, because they failed this test. They failed to treat you like a decent human being. They failed to treat you, uh, you know, in a way that you deserved. If that makes any sense. And I'm getting here that justice is coming in, if that makes any sense. So be prepared. Karma is gonna be hitting. So like I'm getting like legal court things and things like that. Some of you guys might be taking this to court, whatever the situation is, because of the justice. I'm getting that if that does not resonate, I'm just getting that the heavens, like the spiritual realm, they are doing their best, the best that they can to make sure that you get what you deserve and that they also get it as well too. So whatever type of energy they put out to you, the way that they treated you, it's gonna be returned to sender, if that makes any sense. And while you over here accomplishing your goals and going after whatever it is that you want, they're gonna be like receiving karma while they're doing theirs, if that makes any sense. And I'm also getting you that also like in that process, in a way, these people were like really distracting you. I'm kind of getting like these people could also be like in regarding to work, if that makes any sense. Like some of you guys, these could also be like coworkers, like people that you worked with, or like work has some sort of significance or finances. And I'm getting, if that is the case, like these people, they were like, they were distracting you from your work, if that makes any sense. Like, you were over here, like, working really hard, trying to get your pentacles, and trying to, like, go after your goals, your ambitions, and things like that. And it's like, because of these people, they were like a distraction. They were distracting you from your true potential and your purpose. 1717 on the timer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in a way, they just had to go, because there was just no reason for them to be there, and they were just causing, like, unnecessary problems, unnecessary, like, chaos more than it really needed to be. You know what I'm saying? It was just them being there, their presence alone, which is so insignificant, and it was so unnecessary. So Spirit was like, you know what? We're just gonna go and do a deep cleanup, and we're just gonna get rid of these people out of the way, if that makes any sense, right? And I see that because of that, you guys are finally getting back into your grind. I'm getting you guys needing, like, I'm getting some of you guys possibly getting a step back. Like some of you guys might have to kind of start from scratch, or you feel like you have to start from scratch, but I don't get that to be the case, because the thing is, like, what you guys don't realize, you may feel like that you lost everything, but in reality you still have your experiences and you still have the skill set that you have, and using those to your advantage, the more, once you put in that effort, which I see you guys doing with the Eight of Pentacles, like I see you guys being very hardworking, very dedicated for whatever this is. It's like once you keep on working on that and keep utilizing your experience and skills, you're gonna achieve big time, if that makes any sense. Like I see you really focusing on your work and being much more dedicated as well too. You being much more like, I feel like you also in a way have to also improve yourself, because it's like now you don't like pay attention to other people. You start focusing more on yourself and you're not so distracted. Because of that, you are achieving goals big time, if that makes any sense. Which is a really beautiful energy that I'm getting here. Yeah, Six of Wands. You're gonna achieve a lot of fame and a lot of success. You're gonna achieve a lot of recognition. Some of you guys, I see you right when you achieve your success and your fame and fortune. I see you guys possibly meeting your divine match or your divine partner, if that makes any sense. They're gonna notice the success that you have, and that's not to say that they're a gold digger or whatever, but it's like because of your success, it like adds to that attraction. So it's like once you achieve your success, in your like your work and things like that, I see other things like coming along with it as well too. So like your relationship with your family, your fame, your fortune, your success, your finances, your recognition, and also the love of your life is going to be coming in once you keep on working. But keep in mind, you still got to put in the work, but I see it happening. So that's the message that I have for you guys.